The following is a presentation of Manatee Schools Television in association with TV production teachers and students.
Football is back in Manatee County. Everybody, welcome to Parrish Community High School, where tonight we kick off another season of the MSTV High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Skip Wilboy, joined once again by my longtime Manatee County football coach and partner, Chris Conboy. Coach, a little bit of a milestone for us tonight. Was there anybody else knows it out there or not?
Or cares.
This is our fifth season. Tonight kicks off our fifth season together calling these football
Where has the
games.
time gone?
But like you, I don't think I've brought you any type of present for that anniversary. But it's been a good 5 years, and I couldn't think of a better way to get it started tonight. It's the Manatee County rivalry between the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs and the Parrish Bulls. And these two teams have gotten to know each other recently pretty well. Last year, it was a 29-10 victory for the Bulls on their way to a 9-2 season and a trip to the playoffs. But this is a different Bulls team. Gone. Bryson Volt's the quarterback. A large chunk of their passing offense gone as well. And several key pieces on defense at each level up front. Linebackers into the secondary. And Parrish also begins a new era tonight under first-year head coach Cody McNair. He's been the running backs coach here for the last 3 years, and he now takes over the program from Dylan Clark. But he does have one of the area's top returning weapons in senior running back Jacoby Thomas. Now across the field, Coach Scott Paravicini, he's beginning his fourth season as the Lakewood Ranch head coach. And for the first time, all of his players, all his seniors on his roster right now, they've spent their entire varsity career in his program. And that includes returning running back Eli Berry. We won't see him start the game tonight. We'll see him beginning in the second quarter. He rushed for nearly 1,000 yards last year, 9 touchdowns, and he also put up 121 yards and a touchdown in this game against the Bulls last year. We've got a little bit of intrigue at quarterback. It looks like we're going to get Everett Russ with the start tonight over Sebastian Engel. Not sure if we'll see both of those, but we've got a lot of injuries on both sides of the ball, a lot of attrition on both sides of the ball. And just for a little bit of extra mustard on that hot dog, both of these head coaches are coming over from Lakewood Ranch's former players.
So Bryson Hughes handling the kickoff duties for Lakewood Ranch, kicks a kind of a squib down there, and Juan Miguel Jenna Tordesillas returns it, and after bobbling a little bit, he's able to return it back out to the 21, and Parrish will get underway there. They're going to miss Volts this year, not just the leadership, but 29 touchdowns and 1 interception. It's hard to find a high school quarterback that protects the ball that well and can run the offense the way he did.
And we have Thomas Seymour going to be the quarterback for the Bulls, number 12. You'll see him behind center tonight. He had a couple of pass attempts versus Gateway last year. That's it.
Jacoby Thomas at tailback, number 0, changes number. He'll be the workhorse for Parrish this year.
And there's Thomas right up the middle. He's going to pick up close to 5 yards on first down. So a nice pickup for the Bulls behind that revamped offensive line and offense.
It'll be interesting to see how Lakewood Ranch defense holds up here with all the new guys playing. They were both the head coach and defensive coordinator were very pleased with their defensive line play and excited about it going into the season. And last week, their captain, number 0, Reese Poole was injured on the first play, so we'll see if that what kind of effect that has.
And again, Jacoby Thomas of the carry tries that right side, but the Lakewood Ranch defense that you just talked about, Coach, they're there standing tall, and they bring him down for a short gain, maybe a pickup of 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 to go for the Parrish Bulls.
It looked like 44, Charlie Lloyd there was involved on that tackle, the linebacker.
And we've got Gio Garvin and Evan Hasselman also starting at linebacker. And to replace the defensive captain, senior Reese Poole, number 92, Leighton McCullough, is out there for the Mustangs. 3rd down and 3 for the Bulls. And that's going to be a toss that time to Jacoby Thomas, and Thomas has got a seam, and Jacoby Thomas spins his way across midfield and down to the 40-yard line of Lakewood Ranch. A huge run on 3rd down and 3 to get that Bulls offense going.
Yeah, Evan Hasselman saved the touchdown there and made that play. Thomas almost broke it. like we said, he'll be the workhorse. He was a big part of their offense last year. He's the most experienced player on the offensive side coming back. So we expect them to rely on Jacoby Thomas. His dad, Brian Thomas, was a great running back at Southeast back in the late 90s, playing for Coach Paul Meckley.
And both Jacoby Thomas and Eli Berry, part of our all-county team last year, so they're both pretty good. First down and 10 from the Ranch 42-yard line. Fake to Berry this time. And that Seymour's pass is incomplete. Looked like it was intended downfield for number 18. And that's Jaden Bolton.
Jaden Bolton, tight end, number 18. Senior. And we're going to do the best we can with these numbers and names. We don't necessarily always get information beforehand.
I'm glad you said that. Put that out there for everybody to realize.
Yeah.
It's not our eyeballs.
Yes, it's a lot of times the information's not there or was not given to us, and we're doing our best because the whole idea is to get these kids some recognition when they make good plays. So,
two backs behind Seymour. That time it's going to be Thomas again.
Yeah, they're just running power there, trying to run power. But look, number 7 for Lakewood Ranch, it's Eric Cleveland, and he's a returning starter coming up to make the play for no gain.
He had 41 tackles last year, so he was an active part of that Lakewood Ranch defense in 2025.
Yeah, they're trying to replace Aiden Getchow's. He probably averaged 15 tackles a game.
Yeah,
so,
good luck.
That's tough to do, as well as Judah Galassier on the back end of that defense. So they had 2 big losses there.
Sebastian Shamrock, though, him had 10 tackles in the game last year against Parrish, along with Getchow. They had 60 or 42% of the tackles in that game gone from this game in that Lakewood Ranch defense.
And that's a lot to replace, but so far they look pretty good, except for the one breakdown on the toss to.
And third down and long here, got a wide open man, and that's caught. Number 3, Jose Rivera. And he's going to be taking the place of Brandon Chicano, who left this team. He's the number 1 guy out there for the Bulls. And on third down again, a big play for this Bulls offense to convert. And that's going to put the ball inside the 30-yard line, down to the 28 as we take another look at this. Little bit of instant replay hiccup there.
Yeah, that was a good throw to the sideline. From the other side of the hash mark, he was wide open, delivered the ball on time. Good play there by the quarterback Seymour. He's going to throw
Fake
again.
that time, and Seymour goes up top, and he's trying to get that ball to Rivera once again, but out of bounds. A little bit of heat put on that time by the Lakewood Ranch.
Looked like Garvin, number 5, was in the backfield there. Putting the pressure on Seymour.
And Gio Garvin taking the place of Harold McKeever in this game tonight. And again, a lot of substituting in here for the Lakewood Ranch defense. Second down and 10 now.
Been a good drive for Parrish. They want to get points out of this. They have a returning kicker who's pretty experienced. They're probably close to field goal range already.
High snap.
They're going to run power.
Seymour brings it down, and Jacoby Thomas again powers his way close to a first down. Let's see where they mark that ball, but he's inside the 20 and down close to the 18-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 19. So that's going to bring up third down and 1.
Like Anthony Laurie and Kamarian Jones on the tackle there, 35 and 12.
That's another guy we haven't talked about yet, Coach. Kamarian Jones. Instant offense when he touches the ball, goes both ways. A heck of a defensive back as well. The only carry he had last year went for 60 and a touch.
He had multiple carries last year. That was Galassier.
Oh, it was Galassier that had that.
But Jones averaged 12 yards every time he touched the ball on offense. Oh, good play on defense there.
And
Cleveland
Lakewood
again.
Ranch, nice job on defense that time. Eric Cleveland stepping up and stopping Thomas short of the first down, a loss on the play, fourth down.
Now you got a tough decision here, 4th and long 2, maybe 3, 4th and 3. Are you going to kick the field goal here or deep or go for it?
We've got some substitution coming in here, so I don't see 19 yet. Connor Samblis, the field goal kicker, but unless he's changed, he's got to be 13 now.
Once again, we don't always have the correct numbers. We're working on 19's in there. 13 is the holder.
Oh, then there we go.
Frank
Okay,
Artura.
that is all right. So I just
holding
looked at the size there and assumed.
It's going to be a 39-yard attempt.
Rough hold, and that kick is not going to make it.
Oh, he's going to run it back. He's going to run it back. There's a live ball. He's going to score. There's nobody there. Nobody covered for Parrish. And Kamarian Jones, that great heads-up play, is going to take it 99 yards for a touchdown for Lakewood Ranch.
And just like that, Lakewood Ranch stuns this home Parrish crowd. And I'm not sure if a lot of them even know what's going on right now, as it's stunned silence.
Yeah, it's a live ball if it doesn't go in the end zone. And in high school and college, it could run out of the end zone. But that's why, whenever we practice field goal, every kick, our offensive line, after they blocked, we worked on covering. I remember Coach Peebles out there screaming at them to cover as they go running down the field and try to cover the kick. So.
And I'm not sure we're going to get another shot at this, but the snap was low. The hold could not get up. And Sambliss just kind of line-drived it right to Kamarian Jones. And like you said, Coach, he was off to the races. Nobody even went out there to cover the sidelines on that play.
Yeah, did a great job standing back there right in front of the goal line. And that ball was, we saw a low snap, and I don't think the ball was ever really up for the kicker. And he just got it over the line, hit a line drive, about two-hopper to Kamarian Jones, who fielded it. And nobody on the kicking team had any idea what was going on, I don't think. Lakewood Ranch try to make it 7 here.
And Bryson Hughes gets it up and gets it through for Lakewood Ranch. And without the offense even seeing the field, the Mustangs take a 7-0 lead over the Parrish Bulls. And with that, we'll go ahead and we'll take our first commercial break of the evening. Your score, Lakewood Ranch 7 and the Parrish Bulls 0. We'll be right back to Parrish Community High School after this. I thought we were going to take commercial breaks after every touchdown.
All right, have fun, girl. I know.
Who's the return guys? I can't see the numbers. 80. And Bryson Hughes kicks that off, and that's going to be taken by number 80. And that's Marquise Morgan, wide receiver for the Bulls, and he's going to be stopped short of the 20-yard line, down at the 18-yard line. So a long field ahead of the Parrish Bulls, down 7-0 after that run back by Kamarian Jones of a botched snap, botched hold, and field goal attempt by the Parrish Bulls.
Yes, what started out as looking like a good drive for Parrish there ends up turning into a touchdown for Lakewood Ranch. And we had mentioned how that was a big fourth down there. Didn't know whether they were going to try the field goal or not. I'm assuming that's in his range, 39 yards. Obviously, the ball wasn't up, so that wasn't a good kick. But we got looks like a water break here, as the teams have to, 6-minute water break.
And then I'll tell you, it was a decent first drive there by the Parrish Bulls, as they were already at that 6-minute mark in the first quarter. So they converted a couple of nice third downs with big plays. Jacoby Thomas with a nice run on third down, and then
he has 6 carries for 43 yards on that drive, and just came up a little short down there when a big play by Cleveland get into the backfield and tackle him for a loss on the 3rd and 1, and then forcing a field goal attempt, which turned into a touchdown for Lakewood Ranch.
And Seymour hands that ball off again. No surprise, Jacoby Thomas left side. Big hole, and nice tackling in the open field by the Lakewood Ranch defender, and I think that was Jace Cornett, number 2, the cornerback.
No, it was number 2. Very good play there. Got off the block. But good job up front by the Parrish front.
And courted another one of those returning defenders for the Mustangs from last year.
We didn't get the graphics for our keys of the game, but I know one of the keys of the game that Coach Arcady had mentioned was whether the Parrish offensive line could handle the front of Lakewood Ranch, which I think they've done a very good job so far.
We've seen a couple of holes, little movement there, and we do have flags.
The puller pulled a little fast.
And that'll get...
Sometimes those linemen get excited when they get a chance to pull, and they go half step early.
And that's going to put the Bulls behind the chains here. And make that a 2nd down and 15. So after a nice run by Jacoby Thomas.
They get off schedule now, and they're going to be behind the chains a little bit here. 1st and 15.
1st down, excuse me. An inside handoff that time goes nowhere, as the Lakewood Ranch defense just stands tall. And that was a little misdirection handoff to Caleb Gardner.
Caleb Gardner spotting Thomas, getting a break over on the sideline.
And I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. If he did, it's right at the line. Ball spotted just past the 17-yard line. So 2nd down now. Looks like he did get past that line of scrimmage just a touch.
I still don't understand the players wearing these ski hoods when it's 107-degree heat index. We're sweating up here, and I'm looking down there at number 0, Thomas, with that thing on his head, wondering, like, why would you want to keep all the heat in?
We got movement on the other side of the ball now. It looks like Lakewood Ranch may have jumped off sides and crossed that neutral zone. Well, all I got to say about that, Coach, is it's probably 10 degrees warmer out or cooler on that field than it is up here in this press box.
Well, it probably is on the Parrish side because they're in the shade now. Maybe not Lakewood Ranch in the sun over there, but.
So the pre-snap giveth and the pre-snap taketh away. The end result, 2nd down and 9 for the Parrish Bulls offense. Seymour calls for it, fakes the handoff. He throws that ball up, dangerous pass out there to nobody.
It was dangerous because the receiver was blocking. He didn't even run a route, number 4 there for Parrish. I don't think he had the right play. Looks like Chris Spate McNair, sophomore. He was out there stock blocking the corner as the ball was in the air.
And Jamar Shepard almost came up with it for the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. And that would have been disastrous for the Bulls on their 2nd possession after surrendering a touchdown on a botched field goal attempt.
3rd and long. The first real 3rd and long. We'll see if Lakewood Ranch brings any pressure.
And the last time we saw Jose Rivera be the target of that Seymour pass.
And they do. They're bringing the linebacker there, and he just throws it away.
Seymour just throws that thing laterally out of bounds under duress. I mean, that no flag there for intentional grounding.
Yep, there it is. Yep, intentional grounding.
And they're going to march back 15 yards. I mean, he didn't even make an attempt to get that ball downfield. It was just out of bounds and avoid the sack.
Is that a 15-yard penalty in high school? Or I don't know what it is. Might be 10.
You coached 3 times as long as I did. I would expect you to know that.
Rules change. It's 5. No, it's going back from the spot.
It'll be half
10.
the distance.
It was 5 from the spot. It was 5 from the spot, it looks like.
Okay.
Where he threw it. So now you're going to have a 4th and long, and they're going to have to punt it away to Marion Jones.
That's a loss of downs.
Key of the 99-yard field goal return.
And Camarion stands back, moves up to his 40-yard line now to receive this punt.
I think that's the first kick 6 we've ever had in a MSTV game, Skip. We've had punt returns and kickoff returns, but never a field goal.
I can tell you in the last 5 years, we have not seen that.
Good ball, good kick. Drives him back to the 30.
And Jones takes that with a lot of room in front of him, stumbles a little bit, stays on his feet.
No,
but he did not. His knee must have hit. Nice job, though, trying to stay up.
11-yard return by Jones.
And a really nice kick, we said, by Connor Sambliss.
Really nice kick, yes. That was
to get him out of
some
a
hang
hole.
time and distance on that. Turn that one over.
And Jones, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast, one of the most electric players out on that football field, along with Jacoby Thomas. And we will see Eli Berry at some point here in the second quarter. And this is a real first look at the Lakewood Ranch offense. And again, it won't be Sebastian Engel, the senior quarterback. It's going to be Everett Russ tonight getting the start for the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs behind center. And it's a high snap handoff to Garvin, and Garvin's brought down in the backfield. Outstanding penetration that time on defense by the Bulls.
That looked like it was number 13 carrying the ball. I'm not sure if that was Garvin.
You're right.
Looks like Adrian Malero, because maybe Garvin's getting too much play on defense there with the 2 consecutive series to get him in there. Once again, we were just handed these rosters, and we have multiple rosters with different information on it. Makes it very difficult to know what's real.
Another high snap brought down by Russ. He's going to try to boogie out of bounds off that right side, and he's brought down once again. Back-to-back losses for that Parrish Bulls defense.
Yeah, Parrish front looks like they're having their way with the Lakewood Ranch offensive line in the first 2 plays, but the backfield's been kind of disjointed as well.
And again, a high snap. Every single starter on that offensive line for the Mustangs has never started a game at the varsity level before. So it's a complete overhaul.
Yeah, that's very difficult to do.
So 3rd down and the proverbial country mile for the Lakewood Ranch offense in their first possession.
And they're going empty.
Maybe not the best idea given that pressure, but we've got a little movement. And yes, 5 yards.
56 for Parrish jumping off sides.
And that's going to be Amari Walls, senior nose tackle. And that ball is going to be spotted now inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. 2nd down and a long 12. 3rd down, excuse me.
And they stay empty.
And you get 2 wide receivers split to the bottom, 2 to the top, 2 by 2. Little early release, but no flag down. Going deep, got a man, and Camarion Jones with the catch, and Jones stays in bounds. And that ball's going to be spotted inside the 15-yard line. A huge play on 3rd and long. Everett Russ to Camarion Jones.
Yeah, number 5, Denver McDonald, was down there defending him. Pretty good coverage. Ball was well thrown, and Jones went up and high-pointed it and made a nice catch.
And that ball spotted inside the 25 at the 24.
We talked about Camarion Jones being electric when he got the ball. Last year he averaged 12 yards every time he touched the ball on offense, receiving and rushing.
I think that average just went up.
And it's gone up. If you count kicking, too. It's gone way up.
Way up.
They're going to stay in the empty here, but they're going to go a little pop pass to Jones.
And he's good. Ball out. We got a ball on the ground, and Parrish says they've got it, and they do. So after a couple of huge plays by Camarion Jones, he gets popped from behind and loses control of that football. And Parrish, just as it looked like they were about to go down by 2 scores, gets that ball back.
Number 10, Aiden Cross, a senior outside linebacker, comes out of the pile with the ball.
But again, that defensive line, that defensive front 7 for the Bulls, really controlling things up front. And they lost you. We talk about the losses for Lakewood Ranch. They lose Jair Speaks. They lose Caleb Boom McZoom off that defensive line. Zach Bonish at linebacker.
100 tackles. Yeah, that's big losses there.
No,
bad snap through the quarterback's legs.
And they got to fall on that ball, and they do just outside the end zone, just outside the 5-yard line. And they're going to give them forward progress where that ball was touched at the 8. You got that right, Coach. And
it almost feels like a kickoff classic.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Game.
You know, I was talking to the coaches before the game, and they were thankful to get that first game in week 0 out of the way. A lot of hiccups, a lot of mental mistakes. When it doesn't count.
They might not have gotten them all out of the way.
And it counts. So a huge loss on the play. 17 yards. To bring up 2nd down and 27. And the worst part about that is inside the 10-yard line for Parrish. They've got to operate with a little bit of ball control urgency here.
With Jacoby Thomas is back in this series. I'm sure we'll see him get the ball here, I would think.
It's going to be a throw by Seymour. Seymour rushed. And again, he
potential
throws it
grounding
out of bounds under pressure. That's going to be another flag.
That could be a safety.
It should be.
If it.
They're saying that there was a receiver in the area. I don't know where.
Well, the rule now may be if it gets a line of scrimmage. Like I said, I don't know the high school rules. They've changed. When I was coaching, didn't matter whether you got across the line of scrimmage. But that one did cross the line of scrimmage. It looks like that's what they were signaling. But if that was intentional grounding, it would have been a safety because he was in the end zone when he threw it. Absolutely no time at all. The Lakewood Ranch defense came storming in there, putting pressure on Seymour once again. And now right now you're looking at a 3rd and 27.
27.
And they're just going to hand it off.
And we got another flag down. So a very inauspicious start here for both teams, really. A lot of mistakes so far, but most of the mistakes being made on that Parrish sideline.
That will be of the 4-yard variety, half the distance instead of the full 5. So go to the 4-yard line. So 3rd and 31, like I said, I expect them to just hand it off here and try to get 6 or 7 yards so they can punt it.
You don't have a 3rd and 31 play in your playbook, Coach.
Coming out of the end zone, not a lot of those. Maybe a screen, but then you're risking.
No, I'm just going to do that right there. And Jacoby Thomas with the handoff, right side, not much there. Lakewood Ranch there to put the stop on him, and that ball is going to be just outside.
Yeah, 44 and 7 for Lakewood Ranch, Cleveland, and 44 is Charlie Lloyd. Both those guys were out there to make that play, hold them to a short gain,
and
if
you'd
any.
expect, I mean, it was a nice punt last time by Chamblis, but by the same token, let's see where Camarion Jones sets up here.
Well, this kick's going to be coming out of the end zone. He's going to have to rush it a little bit. You got to kind of go quick kick on this.
Well, he's got his full drop at least.
If he gets a good snap.
And Jones stands back at the Parrish 45-yard line.
I think we're coming to the end of the quarter here.
Quarter's
going to end. They're going to let the quarter end. They're going to kick it the other way.
And that will do it for the end of the first quarter. Your score from Parrish Community High School is the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs 7 and the Parrish Community Bulls nothing. And we'll be right back after this message from the School District of Manatee County and the Foundation for a Better Life.
Nice going, Spencer. I can't believe we broke old man Hennessy's window.
Correction, dude. You broke. I just threw the ball.
This is really bad. What are we gonna do?
We? Go to the door, ask for the ball back.
Are you serious?
It's my ball, Myrtlebeck.
You're so dead. I'd run away.
Yeah, to Uruguay.
Kiss your life goodbye. Sorry.
Let's go. See ya. You never mean you're well.
Some friends you are. Hi. Hi. Tell him it was an accident. And we can fix the window. Come on. I'll come with you.
Loyalty. Pass it on.
You go first.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
And welcome back to Parrish High School, where the Bulls getting set to punt this thing away out of their own end zone. Camarion Jones back for the Mustangs right at the 40-yard line of Parrish. So you would expect the Mustangs to be set up in outstanding field position here. And you can see Chamblis on the end line of the end zone out there. Not a lot of room to operate.
Bad snap.
And again, bad snap. Chamblis can't handle it, but he's able to get the ball off. Outstanding job by the punter just to get rid of that thing.
I think it's going to go out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage, though. Less than the line. It lost. Nope.
They're going to mark it. They are marking it near the 10-yard line. So what could have been at least a 2-point safety.
You might be better off taking the safety and then
you're
kicking
right.
off
If you're getting that ball at the 10-yard line.
and getting the ball and making their offense go to distance rather than giving them the ball inside the 10, first and goal.
You know, it's a heads-up play. Obviously,
you can't expect him to know to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough play.
But I thought it was just a great job just getting rid of that ball, punting it out of there. But it looked like he actually had a little bit more time to take his time. But as it stands, it's going to be inside the 10-yard line. So it's a first down and goal. Throw the sticks down. And Lakewood Ranch on offense here. And they're going to have 3 cracks at it, maybe 4. Russ calls for the ball. We got a little bit of movement up front. No flags down. And that's Eli Berry in the game, and he barrels his way inside the 5-yard line down to the 2. And as we said, we'd see him beginning in the second quarter, and that is the first play on offense. And look at that dangerous backfield now with Camarion Jones and Eli Berry.
They got too many men on the field. You can't exchange players like that.
We got a flag down.
They got 14 guys on the field, Parrish. They're trying to put subs in when the other team's going no huddle, and that's just
yeah, Jake Martin on the tackle for the Bulls, but that's going to be half the distance.
Yeah, you had a running play. The clock's running. There's no timeout. You can't try to run players in then, guys. That's the advantage offense has. They get to dictate the tempo.
And you don't get to put a 12th man on? Is that what you're saying?
Or 13th or 14th.
Or 13th or 14th.
Yeah.
That's surprising. I did not realize that
there
stipulation.
There was 3
of the
guys
rules.
who didn't make it to the numbers trying to get off there.
Yeah, we're going for, looks like we've got another water break out there already. It's got to be a timeout.
So the ball will go to the 2. Looks like they marked it at the 3, but it looks like he's putting the ball down a lot closer to the 2 than the 3. But they haven't moved the sticks yet.
And it's only second down. To your point, Coach, going back to that bad snap on the punt. You know, you can't predict where that punt's going to go out of bounds, but nonetheless, it would have been a better outcome for the Bulls had they taken the safety. It looks like it may be.
I did sort of predict that. I don't know if you remember that.
I think you did say something
about that. You said
he
had plenty of room. I said if it's a good snap. So.
And there we got Eli Berry. Nice cut in the hole. He's in the end zone with ease. Nobody puts a hand on him. And Lakewood Ranch adds to that score and that lead, 13-0 with the extra point pending.
That looked like the defense was there. They ran his own read, and he just made a great jump cut back. And
that's the kind of ability that Eli Berry brings to this offense.
That's definitely, we expected that. We saw him last year. He had over 100 yards rushing. We saw him in one game just dominate the game. And he can do that. He's capable of doing that if he gets the chances.
The key for this team is going to be, can he do it behind this offensive line? And right now, those are short yardage situations where we've seen him, but he's made a couple of nice moves in the hole.
Bryson Hughes will attempt the extra point here.
And again, a bad snap, not able to be brought down.
It might not have been a bad snap. It might have been, but it was mishandled. I don't know if it was a bad snap or mishandled. But
yeah, Jace Mui, number 15,
Crane.
the holder.
Oh, I thought it was 16, Caden Crane.
I got 15, Jace Mui.
All right, could be. I thought it was 16 out there.
Well, my eyes, I'm not going to say are any better than yours.
And I don't even know who was snapping the ball, but couldn't quite tell whether it wasn't low. It might have been a wide snap, but he wasn't able to handle it either way. And we're seeing a lot of miscues on special teams.
Well, look at the snaps. I mean,
teams,
when we go back to the safety there, when we go back to the punt that almost was a safety, bad snap. When we go back
over the quarterback's head on
the field goal that with Camarion Jones returned, bad snap.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of special teams snafus here.
Snap-foos, if you will.
Snap-foos, good. That's a good one.
Every now and then.
Yeah, even a blind squirrel. Yeah, so we get 80 and 11 back for Parrish.
It's Marquise Morgan. And number 11 is Juan Miguel Genao.
I think we're just going to call him Juan Miguel for the rest of the night.
It's Genao. I mean, it looks like Genao. It's got to be Genao.
He's got another name.
And there's Genao right there. So Juan Miguel, as you so put it, tries a reverse field, but he's going to be swarmed on by that Lakewood Ranch coverage team, and he's going to be down to inside the 15, probably about
11.
The 12 or 11-yard line.
11-yard line. He kind of gave ground up. He was up for about the 14.
He did. His forward progress kind of negated by the fact that he went backwards.
Yeah, he tried to reverse field and go backwards. That's not something you want to do on kick returns. You want to get it upfield, get north to south as fast as possible, and get what you can.
And Parrish once again starting off in a hole. And I'm with you, Coach. If I'm Cody McNair, I'm looking at Jacoby Thomas as my MO and get out of this hole, move the ball down the field, and use the passing game opportunistically.
Yeah, I'm coming up right here and running power to the strong side. And
Lakewood Ranch knows it. Nice little fake inside inside handoff that time. And that's Caleb Gardner.
Nice run there by Gardner.
He got almost enough for a first down out to the 20-yard line.
Looked like Cleveland making the tackle again. He's been all over the field tonight making tackles. But it was, unfortunately, for Lakewood Ranch, it was 9 yards downfield. Good job by the
And if you
Parrish front there.
I mean, this is, you're still inside the 20-yard line. You still want to establish that running attack with Thomas, but 2nd down and 1, play caller's dream. Take your shot.
Yeah, I think I'd take a first down right now, the way things have been going.
Probably would too, but and now they're going to get him in the backfield. He's going to be brought down short. And Thomas,
it was 99
right at the line
there
of
that
scrimmage.
time for Lakewood Ranch, number 99.
At 99 for the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. I got to go all the way to the 3rd page, that one. And that's Glenn Davis. So Glenn Davis on the play, 3rd down and 1.
Number 7, Cleveland came up into the backfield and turned to play upfield and made him turn upfield, and then 99 was there to finish him off and make the tackle. And that's good defense there by Lakewood Ranch.
And they're going to try to do it again here with a 3rd down and 1 yard to go from the 20. Inside handoff, Thomas, nice hole that time. Jacoby Thomas, and he's got set. Jones still not set. And Russ rolls that way and fires the ball well short of his intended target. And that was intended for Jace Mui.
Yeah, you get in danger now giving the ball back to Parrish around midfield with a minute left.
That incomplete pass stops the clock with 1:13, and it's now 3rd down. So indeed, unless they run the ball here, Parrish has still got timeouts in their back pocket. Parrish should get this ball back unless Lakewood Ranch can convert. And this one's going to go to Eli Berry. Berry. I didn't see a signal for a timeout.
They may have stopped it just to look at it to see if it was a first down.
And the clock's going again.
They don't have a play called yet.
Boy, I tell you,
throughout the game.
A good 10 seconds, 11 seconds ran off that clock. And there was no snap, no play.
No, there was a snap. They spiked it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
I thought they called
No. He
the encroachment.
Snapped it and spiked it. There was no flag.
No, there should have been.
3rd and 1.
So you're right, obviously, Coach. I shouldn't have questioned that with 15.3 seconds left to go. Ball at the 41-yard line. And as you said, a 3rd down and 1 to go. But a lot of unnecessary time burning off the clock here for Lakewood Ranch. But if they can pick up this 1st down and get a quick timeout or get it out of bounds, they might have a chance to get in field goal range.
We're going to go empty here.
And I'm not punting this football.
No, you don't punt. You throw the ball in the end zone.
8 seconds?
That was Jake Martin. Yeah, throw the ball.
Not trying to get the 1st down.
Throw a deep ball, and by the time the ball comes down, there might be a second left, if that. I'm taking a shot here. Try to throw a deep ball. Going
Pretty much what they did, and it's picked
intercepted.
off.
I want to throw down the middle of the field, though. He might go back all the way. No, nice tackle.
Nice tackle by Eli Berry.
Very good play by Berry. That saves
Lee
it.
had
Score
a path
there.
to that end zone.
Yeah, I think he goes all the way if he doesn't get him.
And we are not done with this half yet. There is a 0.4 seconds left on the clock. So I guess we've got time for a heave-ho. Or do we? What are we doing?
Yeah, I would have liked to seen that ball be thrown deep into, like, to the end zone, not trying to throw the ball down the middle.
Well, to your point, had that ball traveled the end zone, A, probably wouldn't have been picked off, but B, there's no time left on the clock.
Correct. That's the thinking behind it. We got a flag over here on the sideline. I'm assuming it was a sideline warning. I haven't seen them mark anything off yet. Now, if there is contact on the sideline, it's a yardage penalty. If they just see people in the way, then it becomes, they're marking it off. That means when the ref went to run the sideline, there was somebody in the way and he ran into him.
I heard the referee, Greg Hagopian, talking to Coach Paravicini before the game and emphasizing the sideline warnings, because they get reviewed apparently by the Florida High School Athletic Association and making sure that they call these penalties on the teams that violate it.
It's a safety issue to keep the players and the coaches out of the way of the refs, because the refs are running there watching the play. And a ref can get hurt, a player can get hurt, a coach can get hurt. Trainers, whoever the staff is down there, need to stay back off the white. And it's so much easier now with these turf fields. You can have that big white box and leave it clean.
And with 0.4 seconds left, Seymour's actually going to throw that ball.
Screen.
And
nice tackle.
Loss of yards on that play. And as you said, Coach, nice tackle that time. Number 8 by the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. That's Harold McKeever.
I haven't seen him in there much this game, McKeever. That was a nice play there. He came up with some urgency and made a good tackle in the open field.
Well, we had a lot of interesting plays in that opening half here at Parrish Community High School. A lot of mistakes. And yes, it's early on in the season, game 1, week 2 technically, but it looks like week 1. Your score at the half, it's the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs 20 and the Parrish Bulls 8. We'll go ahead and take a break right here. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll see some marching band action, and we'll have a few messages here highlighting our program here at MSTV with all of our student production work that goes on behind the scenes. Stay tuned for halftime, and we'll be back for the third quarter after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MSTV Game of the Week presentation. We are here at the home of the Hurricanes.
So this program, Game of the Week, is a program where I work with different high school TV production students from across the district, and we bring them out to different schools and put on live productions of broadcasts representing our districts.
So replay that double play there. Great move from the third baseman, heads up play. It's a blessing to be able to do that with the students, because at the end of the day, being able to help them grow allows me to grow as well. And so not only am I growing in my ability to speak and understand and be able to call out plays, but I'm also helping the next generation so I can say, hey, I had a hand in their growth and development as they rise to the ranks.
In a live program, there's no such thing as a 3-hour shoot that just goes well. Little does our audience know, we're constantly having little problems here and there that we're tweaking. And that's what I think is so cool about this program. It's building confidence. It's teaching kids it's okay to make mistakes, but don't let them compound. And whether they want to pursue this field or do anything, that's where I think they're getting the most out of this.
So for me, this has definitely been a complete change, been nonstop, and it's just been a great experience and just something that I look forward to every day. It's like I've never been more happier than I am now doing what I'm doing.
We're bringing everyone together from all these different schools. This program brings everyone together and you can make new friends. But also, we're producing a broadcast that everyone around can see these broadcasts, and everyone is able to come together to create this and actually experience it together.
Usually you're on the mic, but behind the camera as the director, and now you're on front of it. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's my first time being here. It's nerve-wracking, but I'm getting used to it slowly, so it's been fun here.
Really enjoy this stuff. And it also gets me out more. It also helps socialize, because I am typically a shy person. So any chance I get to improve my socialization skills, it's always helpful.
Thank you again.
Yep.
See you next game.
For students to have these opportunities in high school to do these things now, it gives them more encouragement, it gives them more hope, and it gives them forward to in the future.
It's a unique opportunity that I think should be kept around for future generations to come in and be able to learn TV production as a whole. And it's really fun.
I think what's best about it is it gives the opportunity for all the high schools to really get a look at it, and all the students who have considered it. And you don't really have to have all the experience. You could have no experience and just show up and shadow someone and meet these amazing people.
It's this. How am I doing? How am I doing? Number 4.
Number 4 in the house.
4.
I didn't want to say it, but
Just play the full entire game of 4. That's all you do.
I hope you did it.
Can I set the camera down anywhere? So I can
Yeah, yes.
Where do you put it? Just like.
I had this was.
Where do you put it? Yeah.
You'll be good for the game. Yeah.
I rooted hers to 1. We were rushing it.
I just had to like re-plug that in and it worked. I swapped outlets on that one, and then that started working, but it wasn't working here, so then I swapped out from this side back to the starter. Whatever. Whatever works.
I couldn't go home because I was home outside after a ride. I did have jeans on, but it's in my bag. 1984. Shorts on there just for this. Technology is still a promise. But then now I think about it. Computers barely fit on a desk. Video games could only be found in an arcade. And the future lived only in our imagination. We dreamed of machines that could think, hoping they might help us become greater. We never imagined that they might one day define who we are. We believe that humanity is the real connection that matters.
She has like her head mic, but like we don't have sound coming from.
Drum majors, is your band ready?
It's just static. And I think he said that's what. Yeah. Just so like they can hear.
Pride of Parrish Marching Band, the field is yours for a special Game 1 performance of I Human.
No, that was just me. Wait, this might be.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for the Pride of Parrish Marching Band.
Give me a second.
This could be an FBI van. Shut your Chris Hansen front catcher. Shut your.
I'll put the MS.
No, I'll put it on. I'm gonna be recording.
Are you guys doing it on the field? Are you guys switching with Rod?
Yeah, the Brown Cylinder up there.
Okay, you probably want to give them this instead, right? The new one?
No, we already gave them.
Oh, you already gave
That's
them?
the dead one.
Okay, so what you're gonna do, okay? There's gonna be those lines. You just don't. Yeah, you guys kind of talk to the girls on the side. So, okay, so if the action's going away from you, I want you to get that action. Like people in the stands, the cheerleaders, the players, like fist bumping. You want to get like cool, like cutaway shots, right? And then when the action's coming towards you, that's when you get those cool things, like. And like you can go into the back of the end zone if you're coming right. Yep. Yep. You just want to keep it nice and smooth. Keep your elbows in tight. Yep. Like when you have your arms like this, you're not stable. Have it tight. That is the camera. You guys have a headset. Rod has that headset. You're gonna give that to Barrage.
We're gonna give this to Barrage.
Oh yeah, the headset's
That
like
headset's messed up.
At least you have that. You have that one, right? You have that headset.
No, I had that one.
That one's yours, right?
This is the one I was just using.
Okay, keep that one.
We're gonna be up there now.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine?
Yeah, you can keep
So
that headset.
what camera is that one up there?
That's two. It's going to be camera two.
I don't know what
But
Sam was-
you can take that headset.
I don't know if Sam's recording yet because. No, Miss
Bro, I'm
Lynn.
hungry. Am I allowed to get it?
Hey, Miss Lynn. So wait, what camera are we taking? To record?
Go ahead and take that one.
This
That's
one?
camera 4.
Camera 4? Wait, I gotta keep this whole thing?
I'm taking this shit off. I ain't gonna lie.
I gotta keep this.
Are you serious?
I gotta.
Yeah. Bro, this shit's hot as hell,
Just keep the. Wait, miss, just keep this whole.
So your like domain is this side.
Yeah, left side.
So we just gotta film, like, if someone gets an interception,
Yeah, you gotta get.
film them, and then after.
Yeah.
Like, and if they're moving from left to right, right to left, just make sure that you have the quarterback
Yeah,
and the,
and the
like,
ball every single
when they
steady
hike,
shot.
and then you follow the action.
So do you need the whole entire, like, field?
You don't
just
no,
need the
you just need
quarterback?
like the quarterback and like
running back.
the center hiking.
Yeah.
What I did was I zoomed in right when the ball, like it's the left half or whatever half
Yeah.
has the ball, and then just follow it.
Yeah,
Because John
No
Mayo
s-
will have the defense
Yeah, take that,
usually.
that.
No
so.
celebration?
You can get selling.
No! No! Wait, so we're on the right side, yeah? Okay, dude, we're on the right side. We're just gonna sit on the ground. What'd you get? I saw you sit on the ground. Dude, did you see? Hey, do you know where Molly and them went? Yeah, you know where Molly? Huh? Yo, I'm telling you, I will beat the fuck out of her. She's gonna get beat tonight.
Dude, she was talking like 10 dudes at the same time.
Stop fucking with me, bro. Alright. Yeah, I'll take the vest. You have to wear it. I gotta wear it with the camera? You're funny, you're funny. Funny guy here.
Here.
Wait, wait, wait.
Oh my goodness. I got it.
Not a heavy camera. It's not that heavy.
I had a vest in my hand while you were handing me the camera, man. Alright, that's good.
I'm not taking this shit off. Alright, here, I got you. He's lying, by the way. We're going. Eddie. Huh?
Yo, Carl, you got your ears on down there?
As soon as you're done with those, I'm going to give them
What is Chloe's last name? One of your students down there, we only got a first name named Chloe.
Or do you want to take a picture of that, maybe?
I got a picture of.
Give it to her.
Yeah, who is, are you looking for still now, Chloe? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me. I'm sorry.
Oh, I wasn't able to. She gave us, I'm sorry, she gave us the key. Right here. Oh, just open that shit, go. Okay. Follow you again, go ahead. Go open. You got it. You gotta push it, No, it opens the other way. Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, what's that? Oh, yo, don't leave me hanging, buddy. I know. What's going on, bro? Stay on the floor right here. Right here? Let's go harass this football player. It's definitely right here.
Yeah. We'll come back at any point here. I mean, they're going to reset this to 3 minutes, aren't they, Coach?
Hold on. You gotta get that film shot. I know. That shit hurts my hand.
Parrish isn't even out yet.
Yeah, we only have one team out here on the field right now, so I don't think this is it. They're going to reset it to 3 minutes. So we should be okay in a couple of minutes here, but I want to give a shout out to all the kids. And did you find out what Chloe's last name is by any chance yet?
God, this shit is so ass. Look, they think they're so tough. Run, boy, run, Parrish, run! They think they're so tough.
Say that again. What?
Oh, you mean 50? Ah, look at him. Look at that.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I had that on the. Yeah, I had the green on. Sorry about that. I was hitting the talkback with the green on.
Look at the fucking scoreboard. Of course they have a good shit. Whoop.
Did that go over the air?
Me and Raj just switched positions. Now I'm the only one recording again. Oh my god, there's just videos of people. Yeah, next time you do this shit, you're gonna be the one recording.
There's nobody at our door right now.
Just drop the fucking shit. Bro. I'll let you know when it's us. Alright, what do I record? Just them? Everything. Do I record the stands? Oh my god, this camera is so uncomfortable to carry. Holy shit! Yo, that's fucking Nah, just record them right now. You see? Don't go in there. You have glasses on. Just look on the left there. I'm trying to like position it so where like I can rest. Yeah, just lay it on your just lay it in your lap like this. And then whenever they start running, just go like oh shit, that makes so much sense. Oh, that's a lot easier now, yeah. But my foot's in the way. Yeah. Oh, I gotta go like this, that's why. I gotta sit crisscross applesauce. Look, you see now it's on relay, so they're on us right now. Let's zoom in into the crowd. Oh, that's too much. Bro, Elijah and Raj are just up there sitting. That's kind of what they do. Yeah, I guess. Keep it steady though. Try to keep it steady. Just stay in one spot. If you want to switch them real quick. It's so like uncomfortable. Hold up. No, I got it. I should have it. I'm just gonna hold it like this, okay? Is that steady? Here, zoom in. Or film these guys right here, because these are going to be the guys receiving, most likely. Let's take some photos and not play. Ha!
And welcome back to Parrish Community High School. We had a little bit of technical difficulty during the halftime show there, but hope you guys otherwise enjoyed it. And if we want to go ahead and look at some of the halftime stats that we have here, let's go ahead and bring some of those things up. In Parrish Community High School with 158 yards rushing in that first half to 70 yards for Lakewood Ranch. It was 158 total yards. 147 rushing for Parrish Community, 70 total yards for Lakewood Ranch despite the 20-8 lead on the scoreboard. And we've got the time of possession, 18 minutes and 10 seconds to 5:50 in favor of the Bulls. And again, they are down by 12 points here at halftime. But an outstanding first half for Jacoby Thomas, 15 carries, 136 yards and a touchdown, Coach. He was really the star of the show there. It was the mistakes, especially in the long snapping game for the Bulls.
For the Bulls, and Kamarian Jones for the Lakewood Ranch, with the big kick return and a great catch down the sideline there. So they're big players for each team, made some big plays. Very sloppy first half, I think, from both sides. We saw a lot of mishandled snaps, bad snaps, penalties, too many men on the field. If Parrish is not careful right here, they could get a delay of game to start the second half. And Lakewood Ranch has been out on the field. The ref's been out on the field with the ball ready to go. I don't know if they put the play timer into effect yet because they don't have play clocks here at Parrish. Even though we are the newest stadium in the county, you would think they would have play clocks, but it's all done by the refs on the field. So.
And just a reminder, the MSTV broadcast, the Game of the Week, is brought to you. It's a collaboration, not just us old guys up here in the booth, and Carl Shelton, our producer, also an adult, but we have lots of kids that are helping us out. We'll go ahead and thank those kids and get their names out there, because without them, these broadcasts just aren't possible. So we're going to go ahead and let this thing kick off here first as Parrish gets set to boot it away, and then we'll go ahead and throw some love out to all the students that we have got that are helping us put this broadcast on here this evening. And right now it's going to be Connor Samblis that gets this thing.
He went through the end zone kicking in the other direction. There's not really a lot of wind tonight, so we'll see it now that he changes direction if he can get it in the end zone again.
And that ball, you said there's not a lot of wind. It looked like that ball was off the tee for a minute. I guess not.
No, there's no flags here. No flags on the goalpost. No. I guess you could use the American flag, but that is not visible in the evening, at least not from this vantage in the press box. And here we go.
And Samblis is firing that to the end zone, and it is going to go through for a touchback. And as we said, this is a broadcast collaborative partnership with our students and adults through MSTV. And I want to give credit out now to Skylar Cox, Yomar Gonzalez, Samantha Taylor, Nia Vaughn, Viraj Patel, Elijah Ball, Jacob Tan, Caleb Marlin, Gianmiel Santiago, Simon Barbashin, Chloe Misan, and Ali Yazzetti. All of those kids, and again, if I got those names mispronounced, my apologies, guys, but you rock. This is week 1, game 1, and we appreciate you guys being out there and helping us with this broadcast. Back to game action, Lakewood Ranch now at the 20-yard line. First down and 10. And another high snap. And Eli Berry able to get that ball and advance it past the line of scrimmage. But Russ doing a good job that time, again, bringing it down. And
I was just getting ready to say, hopefully in the second half, the butterflies are gone and we may avoid those kind of mistakes. And right off the bat, we get the high snap. Good job by the quarterback to get it down. That ball was fired back above his head, and he was able to get it down, hand it off, and get a 2-yard gain out of it.
Little movement up front. And Russ getting the play call in from the sideline.
Taking a long time here. But once again, no play clock, so we don't know. Another high snap.
And it looked like almost designed that time as Kamarian Jones on the end around.
That was well blocked.
And he's going to get a first down past the 30-yard line.
Now, technically, that is a pass completion.
That's a pop pass. Yeah, exactly.
That is a forward pass.
Looks
not a rush.
Intentional with that high snap.
Yeah, he did a great job, again, getting down and then flipping it up in front of him to Jones.
And that's going to be, again, good enough for a first down outside the 30 to the 33-yard line. So the Ranch able to convert despite a couple of bad snaps. First down and 10. Players coming in late.
Yeah, even on good plays, it looks these teams have looked a little disjointed tonight. You can tell it's early in the year and they have a lot of new starters.
Barry right side, and Barry still on his feet. Nice contact by the defense, and Barry able to stay up until he's thrown backwards at the 35-yard line, a pickup of a couple. And we saw in that first half both offensive lines really struggling outside of a couple of plays where we did see some gaping holes, particularly for Jacoby Thomas. But it was generally the line of scrimmage won by the defensive side.
Yeah, we've seen outstanding athletic plays by individuals, but not great execution tonight, I would say. That's the way to sum it up. It looked like Baker involved in that tackle there, 27 again. It's been very, very active tonight.
Jones in motion, ball in the 36. Russ out of the gun with Barry next to him. And a little bit of movement, but nobody came across. And again, Lakewood Ranch taking all the play clock to get this ball off. High snap again. Barry with a handoff up the middle. Barry with the right side open, and he'll get enough yards for another Lakewood Ranch first down out across the 45-yard line. Nice run.
Yeah, I love his jump cut that he makes and then gets north and south right after that. He's a north and south runner. He's not bouncing around, trying to bounce everything. I really like his running style.
And that ball is going to be marked across the 45 now at the 46. First down and 10 for the Ranch. And they are on the move in the opening possession here of this second half, up by a score of 20-8. And deep motion by Jones, and the ball, or the play is stopped by the referees. Dead ball. Okay. False start.
Illegal procedure or false start on Lakewood Ranch. I didn't see anybody move. It must have been on the right side of that Lakewood Ranch offensive line or the receivers out there.
I was going to say, it looked like maybe something that Jones might have done. It was that far side referee that called it. The side judge over there. And that ball spotted back inside the 41-yard line. Now first down and 15 for the Ranch. Jones again in motion, and that ball's on the ground again. And it looks like Lakewood Ranch fell on it. And they're going to retain possession. And right at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be second down and 15 for Lakewood Ranch. And the mistakes continue. Three receivers now to the bottom of your screen. Jones in motion, and the toss to Barry, left side, and Barry's got some room. Eli Barry's gone, and nobody's going to get him inside the 20, the 10, touchdown Lakewood Ranch. And you talk about individual great plays, Coach. There you go, getting it outside, but that was a nice seal by that offensive line.
They run that same toss again. That's when they fumbled in the first half. Then they ran it, executed it well the next time for a long run and a first down, and there he goes. 60-some yards for a touchdown on that. Great job out there. Good blocking on the perimeter. They brought Jones in motion the other way and kind of as eye candy, got the defense's eyes looking back inside, and then they went outside to Barry, and he was gone.
And Bryson Hughes on for the extra point attempt for the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. And again, late substitution coming on for the Mustangs. Snap is down, and it's up and good, and Hughes puts it through to extend the Lakewood Ranch lead now 27-8 with 7:57 left to go in the third quarter. Let's take another look at this toss to Barry.
Yeah, you can see those Lakewood Ranch receivers are out there to block, but there's really nobody out there to block after the motion by Jones. And that's he's now at 79 yards, Barry, on 9 carries, I believe. 9 carries for 79 yards. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
on that drive, 4 for 74.
74 yards on that drive alone.
Yeah.
And remember, Eli Berry not starting this game. We didn't see him until the first snap of the second quarter.
Yeah, he's been effective since he's been in there.
But, you know, we talked about both of these running backs at the top of the game, Coach, Eli Berry and Jacoby Thomas, and this game has proven, if anything else, they're still two of the top players in this county. A lot of mistakes in this game, the high snaps, the penalties, the turnovers, but Berry and Thomas
and Jones
have showed up.
And Jones.
And Jones. The guys that we expected to.
Yes. And both teams with inexperienced quarterbacks have really struggled a lot, but that is to be expected.
Inexperienced offensive lines, and we talked about the snaps on both sides of the football as well. And Hughes said to kick this thing off, and it looks like it's going to be traveling to the end zone, but no, it's short, and it will be returned. And a nice turn that time.
Juan Miguel, I believe, and we got an injury.
Juan Miguel Janeo. And it does appear.
Players immediately call for the trainer to come out.
And we can see that on the far side there.
And I believe it was Juan Miguel that's down. I did not see him come off the sideline.
Take a quick timeout.
Oh, he's up.
Never mind. He's getting up. That's a good sign right there.
Looks like the
And that's the return, man. We just
shoulder,
talked about Juan
looks
Miguel
like his
Janeo.
left shoulder, which probably got driven down into the ground on the tackle there, and it's hanging a little low now.
Yep. It does look that way. That's never a good sign when you see it hanging that way.
Yeah. They're going to get over here, and they're going to be ready to go. He walks to the sideline on his own, and we'll go over and see the trainer.
Bad memories right there. And he's going over the training table, I guess, or is he? Regardless, that ball's going to be spotted just outside the 20 for the Parrish Bulls, now down 27-8 after that opening possession by Lakewood Ranch. 74 yards on that drive by Eli Berry on 4 carries. And now it's time for Jacoby Thomas, and Thomas up the middle. Looked like he was going to break one loose for a quick minute there. That's not actually Thomas. That looks to be, again, 28. And that is Gardner, excuse me.
Nice gain of 8 there. Yeah, you can see Seymour limping still as he runs over to get the plays and runs back. So, Jacoby Thomas in there now in the backfield with Seymour.
And he's going to hand that ball off to Thomas, right side. Thomas swallowed up by that defensive front for Lakewood Ranch.
It'll be a first down now. He got enough there to get the first down.
Let's see where they spot that ball, and indeed, chains are moving.
Jacoby Thomas moves the ball forward. Good for a goal. First down.
Now, I see what you mean by number 12 limping a little bit there, Coach.
Good update.
Kind of gingerly.
Palmetto 50-yard touchdown pass to Ace Luther to go up 7-6 over CCC.
Big Ace.
On a double pass.
Oh. Hennessy.
Score from Braden River, 13-7. Braden River up. Manatee, last checked, was still down 14-0.
Handoff again to Thomas from Seymour, and a couple of yards there up the middle for Thomas. Not much. As again, that Lakewood Ranch defense stout on the last couple of plays here.
Thomas with a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
So we've got second down. That was actually 4 yards there on that carry, so more than just a couple out past the 35. So where they spot that thing. So it's going to be about a 2nd down and 6. two backs in the backfield, Gardner and Thomas this time alongside Seymour. And Thomas with a nice, check that. That is number
Larson.
2, Chris Larson. And Larson with a nice run, a little juke move in the hole. And he's able to bounce that thing outside and pick up nice yards.
At the 36-yard line, good for a Bulls. First down.
So we saw Gardner, we saw Larson in the first half getting some splits with the carries out there with Jacoby Thomas, and that's why they were able to run for over 150 yards as a team in that first half. Or almost 150 yards in that first half, and they've picked up right where they started here in the second half with that rushing attack.
Cemex, Haskell Nancy, Electrician near me, PHS Lawn, Market Walk Dental.
I'll give a little shout out to our former quarterback at Manatee High School, Colby West, who just let us know he's listening in on YouTube right now.
Thank you for your support. At this time, we would
And we've
also
got
like
another
to
player
extend
down.
A very happy birthday wish to Lakewood Ranch.
And it looks like a water break at the same time here at the 5:20 mark of the third quarter.
Happy birthday.
Did I just hear the Dustin Dahlquist birthday wish? Never mind, sorry. First down and 10 for the Bulls. Just outside the 36-yard line and a big hole again. And that's Gardner on the carry off that left side.
Parrish offensive line is starting to assert itself here and getting different ball carriers or having success running the ball. Manatee now down 21-0 to Plant at the half.
You know, Manatee got their doors blown off last week in that kickoff classic as well.
Armwood up 10-7 over Leonard High School, who's in the district with, or no, they're not in the district this year. That's Sumner. Leonard left the district. They're in the Hillsborough district now.
Where they belong. Second down and 6 now for the Bulls. And it's still Larson in the game, and Larson's going to get that ball. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped, thrown down in the backfield that time. Garvin there to toss him down in the backfield and a loss in the play.
The linebacker shooting the gap on a run blitz there and making the play. Good sure tackle in the backfield. Very generous spot they gave him.
Yeah, they gave him forward progress somehow, some way. I don't know how that's possible.
No, he never got to the line of scrimmage out.
You know, sometimes I think it's just my eyes. Sometimes it's not.
No. Maybe it's an optical illusion.
I don't think so. But then again, there is the forward progress element that is somewhat subjective, maybe.
Could be optical delusion.
And now we've got a timeout on the field, and let's go ahead and take this opportunity for a quick timeout, and we'll be right back after this message from the School District of Manatee County and the Foundation for a Better Life.
It takes a lot to know what is love.
All right, don't hold back now. Give me all you got.
And there is never a day.
Maybe baseball is your game.
Hey, pal, run it in right here.
You were always there for me.
How about golf? Okay, choke down a little bit.
Guiding me,
Straight.
always to succeed. Thank you for that time, and I'm proud to say you're mine. You showed me everything that I should know. You showed me just how to walk without your hands. 'Cause Mom, you always were the perfect fan.
Appreciation. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
And McNear with a nice catch on 3rd down, and 3rd down and 9 conversion right there to McNear. And that's going to be good enough for a Parrish 1st down to keep this drive alive. Sorry for that late return, but if you missed it, Seymour completed his 3rd pass of the game, that time to Chris McNair for a 1st down. Finally, those two connect. And that ball is going to be inside the 15-yard line down to the 13. So
Seymour's limp is getting worse every play he runs in to the huddle on.
And it's still 28-2. And Larson split out now into the slot. Gardner in the backfield next to Seymour. And it's going to be Gardner with a carry off the left side. Cuts it back. Nice stutter step to pick up a good chunk of yards there on 1st down. Probably about 7. See where they spot the ball. It's going to be just outside the 15 near the 16-yard line and back towards the 15-yard line. So pick up a 7-second down and 3 for the Bulls, who are on the move, down 27-8. 2:43 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And again, it's week 1 between the Parrish Bulls hosting the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. Both teams looking to set the tone for the 2026 season. And right now, the Mustangs are the ones getting it done. But Parrish with a chance knocking on the door. Toss this time, and Jacoby Thomas back in the game. Jacoby Thomas, what a move. Cuts it back into the end zone. Touchdown, Thomas.
Great run by Thomas there.
And he's holding his knee in the end zone, not a good sign. And Jacoby Thomas still down on the turf in the end zone after an amazing cutback run. Let's see if we can get a look at this.
You see the puller coming out there and get a nice kick out block, and he turns it up inside, and then makes a couple of cuts and gets into the end zone.
It immediately goes down, but it looks, it does look like he's holding his hand. Let's just hope he's holding his hamstring and it's a cramp. And it is. They're stretching that out down there, so that's good news, it looks like, for Jacoby.
Looks like he had double cramps. I think.
That's never good.
I think it was a double cramp, and they started to stretch it and decided to just pick him up and carry him off.
Yeah, well, it's not as bad as it looks, folks. Just hard to walk when both your hammies are tightened up like that. And he gets gently laid down on the sideline. Very nice. Good job, Coach. So when we talk about the Parrish Bulls getting back in this game, they're going to need number 0. We've seen some good carries tonight by Larson, by Gardner, so don't get it wrong. But Jacoby Thomas is the engine that makes this Bulls offense run. And with 2:13 left to go, they needed to respond to that opening drive for a touchdown by Lakewood Ranch, and they indeed get that done. And once again, we see the Bulls lining up to go for 2. Fake the toss. Seymour's going to throw that ball. He's got a man and overshoots it. And when we talk about the momentum, that's one good way to lose it. Going for 2 and not making it. But your score right now, 27-14. So it's still a 2-score game. 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points is going to put you in the lead. But so far, 2 touchdowns, and we haven't seen an extra point conversion attempt. And remember, Connor Samblis has been booming it as a punter and booming it through the end zone as a kicker.
Yeah, he's got a great leg. It looks like I said earlier, they may be concerned with the snap and hold part of the operation.
That's got to be it, which has been dicey.
For both teams have been dicey snapping today.
But hey, the Parrish fans are still in this game, as are the Bulls themselves. 27-14. We're still in the 3rd quarter here, so anything could go here for the remainder of this game. Keeps on threatening to be like a Lakewood Ranch runaway, and then Parrish finds a way to pump the brakes. So this is going to be a pivotal possession here for Lakewood Ranch.
Parrish needs to stop here.
Yes. Because eventually you're going to run out of clock.
Yeah. Lakewood Ranch playing like they're expecting an onside kick here. They had 9 guys up at 10 yards.
And Samlis puts a little squibber down there, and that just goes right into the end zone. And Lakewood Ranch is going to begin at their own 20-yard line. First down and 10, up 27-14, with 2:13 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, like you said, this pivotal position here, if Lakewood Ranch can drive it down and get another score, that pretty much will, get them into the fourth quarter, 3-score lead, probably end the game for all practical purposes. Whereas if Parrish can get a 3-and-out here, get the ball back somewhere near midfield, decent field position going into the fourth quarter, and now things get real interesting.
Get it to a 1-score game. 2 backs in the backfield behind Russ this time. Barry and Jones, and it's going to be a throw back to Camarion Jones. Dangerous.
Fumble.
I don't know if that looked like a forward pass from where I'm standing.
He pointed back. The ref pointed backwards right away. He ruled it a fumble. He pointed backwards. This ref on
If
our
that's the case, that is huge. It reminds me of
Lakewood Ranch got the ball back though, so it's a loss of 5.
That did look like a forward pass. I don't know if we're going to get another chance to look at that or not. But you saw the referee point backwards immediately.
Yep.
So somebody had to step in to change that call. But that reminded me of that possession just before the first half where Lakewood Ranch up 20-0, looking to extend that lead, turns it over.
He tried to throw instead of pitch it. He was an actual throw. It was a pass.
Heat. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was backwards or not, and he threw it pretty hard for as close as he was to the back.
Agreed.
Once again, looked very disjointed.
Well, they didn't call it an incomplete pass because that ball's 5 yards past.
No, they called it a fumble.
Yeah, they called it a fumble.
With a recovery by Lakewood Ranch for a 5-yard loss.
And you see a little bit of momentum now creeping onto that Parrish Bulls sideline, and that
they're
defense.
Getting excited.
So that was a strange call on first down. What looked to be a forward pass actually ruled a fumble and a recovery by Lakewood Ranch. So they didn't change
the
call
not
of the
change
field.
the call. Yeah, that was the call.
And only a pickup of a yard there, so it's going to be third down.
No, it was a gain of 6. That was
6 yards.
Yeah, it was
there.
second and 15.
Yep, 6 yards.
And just looks like a lot of confusion. Lakewood Ranch side of the ball right now since they come out in the second half.
Russ rolls it was right. Got a man, but he's going to be brought down well short of the first down, even if that's caught.
Looks like the ball came out and it was rolling
looks like
incomplete.
that ball squirted out of there.
So you're going to have 3rd and 9 from the 21, and Parrish is going to get good field position.
That's exactly what this Bulls team needed, a 3-and-out on defense, nearly a turnover. So with 17.5 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Parrish with a good opportunity to close this gap with plenty of time left to go in the ball game. So we've got Morgan once again and Janeo back. Is that Janeo? Is he back out there?
No,
11?
I think that's Larson.
Yeah, is that Larson? And we saw Janeo go out of the game on that last return. And what do we got here? Just a
short
backwards punt. And that hits a Bulls player.
It could be ruled, it's a fumble if it hit a Bulls player first, if it did not hit a Lakewood Ranch player. The refs are talking about it now.
Let's see how they sort this thing out. And I was back looking at the return man. Didn't see exactly how that punt traveled so poorly.
Ball is spotted at the 35.
They're having a little discussion here.
Correction, 25.
And they're still talking it over. You got Parrish pointing. That is Parrish ball. So Parrish is going to get that ball at the 25-yard line after not the best punt in the world.
It was 3 yards.
Yeah. I think that qualifies. It's not the best punt in the world, and maybe something, maybe slightly worse.
You're not wrong.
Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Astute analysis. That's all the decades of coaching that you've got bringing to the table right there. That's analysis.
You
folks.
are correct. That is not the best punt in the world. So we knew they'd get decent field position. We didn't think they'd get it at the 25-yard line going in, though.
Boy, Lakewood Ranch it just seems like every time they get this momentum, they give it away. And so here's Parrish with 6 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And we got the toss now to Larson.
Gets 5. Parrish is just owning the line of scrimmage right now with their offensive line, and actually their defensive line played better that possession. The question is to whether or not Seymour can make it through, running to the sideline this many times. So he continues to limp.
At the end of the third quarter.
I don't understand
That's gonna do it.
in this day and age why you wouldn't have some sort of signal system to signal the plays in. You know, wristband. He has a wristband on his wrist.
Well, we're going to go.
I don't know why you wouldn't signal in a number and give him a play instead of making him run back and forth. I've talked about that before. I think we figured out Breon Carnes ran 5 miles one night his freshman year, and that's when we got away from using that system.
Well, I think we're probably not going to have enough time here for a commercial break. So let's just go ahead and keep it right here as they set that ball up at the 20-yard line. And the third quarter comes to an end with your score 27-14. Lakewood Ranch over the Parrish Bulls, but Parrish on the march after that poor punt by Lakewood Ranch, setting up shop at the 21-yard line. Second down.
And they got 4 on that one. It looks our 5. They got 5. Maybe it was 4.
4.
They got to get to the 15 for a first down. They're on the 21, so.
And so second down and 4 now, or second down and 6 now for the Parrish Bulls. Looking to close that 27-14 gap on Lakewood Ranch. And there's Gardner on the inside handoff. Gardner, nice carry up the middle. He's going to be close to that first down marker, and it looks like he's got it.
Yeah, that offensive line for Parrish coming off the ball now. Opening some holes for whoever the back is. Gardner, Larson, and Thomas all having success tonight.
Which is a credit to that offensive line for Parrish. We saw that unit starting to take a little bit of control of the game, but again, they had 150 yards rushing at halftime, 147 to be exact, and they've continued that trend here in the second half with a lot of good running by all 3 backs. And we've got, again, Gardner and Larson in the backfield, Thomas on the sideline right now, and that's Larson right side getting it down to near the 10-yard line.
In a 3. 3.5. Good, another good positive play down there in the red zone, and you're in 4-down territory, I would assume. Since they don't kick extra points, I doubt they're going to kick a field goal.
I'd be thinking the same thing right there, Coach.
So I'd be thinking you're in 4-down territory. If you can get 3 yards, that's a good positive play.
And we start talking about the clock getting involved here. 11 minutes to go in this ball game. Possessions are going to be at a premium. If you're down here, you've got to take advantage of it. Second down, 7 yards to go for Parrish. Just outside the 10-yard line, knocking on the door. Seymour hands that ball off. That's Gardner left side. Gardner being chased down inside near the 5-yard line, out of bounds. Nice job that time by Gio Garvin to run him out.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and short.
It looked like Gardner might have had a bead on that end zone, but Garvin able to get him before he hit that corner. And that's going to stop the clock with 10.5 minutes to go. And a big third down and 3. And we talked about being 4-down territory. Let's see what happens on this play right here, Coach. But 3 yards or less, and you got to think it's a guarantee.
I would keep running the ball the way their offensive line is coming off the ball now.
There it is, Gardner left side. Gardner should have that. He does. He's down to the inside the 1-yard line. First down and goal for Parrish.
Gardner on the carry.
Drop the sticks.
First and goal.
Goal to go. And you see those Parrish players trying to get their fans back in this game. They've been down for most of it. And this is their biggest chance to close that gap within one score since it was 7-0. Larson and Gardner in the backfield with Seymour. Little stutter step, and Larson is just dropped in the backfield that time.
53 for Lakewood Ranch.
That's
on the
Evan
play.
Hasselman with the penetration and the violent slam down in the backfield. And that's going to move Parrish a little further away from that goal line.
They called a personal foul on Parrish, it looks like.
Personal foul called against the Bulls.
Oh, wow. That is a critical penalty down inside the 2-yard line to have 15 yards march back against you.
It was that dead ball. If that's a dead ball, the down will count as well. So
they're saying dead ball.
Yeah.
And run the clock. So we're at 9:45 and counting. And that ball's all the way back out past the 13-yard line. And it's going to be second down and goal. So we've got a timeout on the field, equipment timeout, and the referee tying the shoe of Kamari and Jones.
You don't see that
reminds
very
me
often.
Of something you see in an elementary school, not a high school campus. But I'm sure Kamari appreciated that. And we've got Larson now coming off the field at the
looks like
last
he had
second.
no mouthpiece, maybe.
So this is just a calamity of equipment failures here on both sides of the ball. And now Frank Atura comes in. And
Timeout.
we've just got a timeout
Parrish.
now. This is
A lot of confusion down there.
lots of confusion.
Yeah.
And when you're sitting there staring at a 13-point deficit, you got to get things right.
Students, this game will be over in 9 minutes.
An update from the Palmetto Galloway, the Brandon Galloway, Johnny Big Leg with a 47-yard field goal to put Palmetto up 10-7 over CCC.
And that was after a 60-yard punt, was it not?
Yes, he had a 60-yard punt. That's probably why Clemson's interested in him. That's where he's committed to.
Well, that's why we call him Johnny Big Leg.
And bad news, Jock Carter was taken away in an ambulance after an injury.
Jock Harris?
Or maybe it was Jock Harris. It said Jock Carter on the text I got, but it would either be Mo Carter or Jock Harris. I don't know which one it was.
Either
Don't
way,
alarm anybody.
Either way, you hate to hear that.
Yeah, one of their better players is hurt because they're both electric athletes in that Palmetto offense.
And what was the score in that game?
Last I got was 10-7.
Palmetto.
Palmetto.
Well, Parrish here with 9:08 left to go in this ball game. Again, down 13 points. And the ball on the 17-yard line. Second down. Seymour looks to throw right side. Got a man in the end zone. Short, and it's going to be picked off. And if that ball, yep, it stays an interception, and that's going to be a Lakewood Ranch turnover. And they're going to take over possession at the 20-yard line with just over 9 minutes left to go, and that might do it for Parrish's chance in this ball game.
I couldn't even see who made the interception there. Looks like it could have been 21, Austin Van, maybe.
Difficult to tell from the position that we're in. Maybe the replay here will help us out. Was it Jones?
20? No, it was number 20 for Lakewood Ranch.
And that's going to be Cruz Teach. Or Austin Van.
I don't have a 20 on mine.
I got one here. It's a Cruz Teach. So if that is in fact him, congratulations, Cruz.
I don't know
and
who it is.
Congratulations to the Mustangs on getting that ball back with 9 minutes to go in this ball game and shutting Parrish out of the end zone. So a huge personal foul penalty against Parrish when they were inside the 2-yard line, and that proved to be a critical difference in this as we see Eli Berry off the left side getting positive yards on first down, and for some reason goes out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, you want to stay in bounds there and keep the clock running, and if you gain one less yard, but let the clock run, that's better for the team. So.
And they're going to give him a pickup of about 4 yards.
That Baker
on that.
coming off looks like he's cramping.
Yep, he goes down.
But you can't try to run off the field. You got to just lay down and let the ref stop the clock.
And that's exactly what he did as he got within 5 yards of the sideline.
Well, they told him to do that. He was trying to run off and get a sub in, but you can't be doing that. You got plenty of time now to get the right guy in there and get the call. And that's something we always had to try to preach over and over again. When you're hurt, don't try to. These kids are tough and they want to try to be tough and make it to the sideline, but it doesn't help the team. Go down, lay on the ground, the ref will stop the clock, and then they'll get somebody out there to move you or stretch you or whatever they got to do.
So we talked about the turnover in both rosters between this year and last year. We talked about the turnover specifically in the passing game for Parrish. And when we look at how good that running game was with Jacoby, not just with Jacoby Thomas, Chris Larson, Gardner, they both ran the ball well behind that offensive line tonight. But the missing ingredient for this Parrish Bulls offense that we're used to seeing over the last 6 years with a full-set quarterback has been not there tonight. So we're going to have to see Seymour get his sea legs underneath him, hopefully, as this season progresses, because he's only got 4 completions in the entire ball game tonight. And I believe Bryson Volz last year 1 interception, and that came in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Went the entire regular season without an interception, and here we have one in the opening game. In the end zone, no less.
And we did hear that another quarterback at Parrish was injured last week, I believe, or in practice. And they have a sophomore backing up tonight who
Wilkerson?
Carlton Wilkerson, whose dad played for us at Manatee, Sonny Boy. Carlton Wilkinson, great running back.
We saw him in practice spinning it pretty well. And he's more of a running threat, as we see again. Nice carry that time, and Eli Berry down the sideline past the 40-yard line. And again, now out of bounds, it looks like they're stopping that clock. Yeah. Nice carry that time, but
if you go 25 yards, you can go out of bounds. It's okay. If you get 25,
that's
okay.
A nice addendum to try to stay in bounds. But
try to stay in bounds unless you get 25 yards. I don't care what you do.
That's fine. Yeah.
And it's not like he's running out of bounds to avoid a hit. He just got tackled out of bounds. He's
true, but the play call is still.
He went up the sideline for 19 of the 25 yards, and eventually they knocked him out of bounds.
But again, when you can matriculate the ball downfield that distance.
Hank Stram?
Yes.
All right. We got 7 minutes right now, and they're running the clock down here and letting it go. They're checking the back judge to put his hand up and then snap at the last second.
High snap again. Berry this time right side and almost dragged down by the face mask, but
nice
they got him by
though.
the jersey, and he goes inbounds. He stays this time. Clock will continue to run inside 6 minutes and 45 seconds
The play
left to
that
go in
time
this ball game.
was made by Jake Martin. He didn't make the tackle, but he made the play. He was the one who came up and hung on to him. He lost him at the last second as a blocker fell on him, but he slowed him down enough for everybody else to get there and turned it into a 5-yard loss. That was a good play by 21 Martin for Parrish.
So second down and nearly 15 to go here for Lakewood Ranch. Clock running. Parrish needs to get this ball back in a hurry. Lakewood Ranch not going to oblige. They're taking their time here on offense, burning all the clock. Russ calls for it, dumps it out in the flat. Eli Berry catches it, and Berry spins and moves and dangerously almost coughed that ball up, but able to hold on. Nice job, Eli Berry, getting back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, gain of 5, maybe 6. Looks like he got past the line of scrimmage here. It might have been a gain of 6. Good running by Berry once again. Pretty well defended, actually. If the first defender would have made the tackle, it would have been no gain, but
looked like he got popped pretty well here and held on
Yeah,
to
you
that
worry
ball.
about that ball coming out
Boom,
when
right
they're spinning, like
there.
the second spin right there. You don't know what's coming as you spin around. But
And we are having some technical difficulties with our instant replay tonight. You'll notice that it's a little bit stuttery, if that's even a word. And that goes dangerously through the hands of Eli Berry.
I have no idea why you'd be
And
throwing
they
the
are
pass.
throwing that ball, stopping the clock with 5:04 left. Parrish wanted that ball back, and Lakewood Ranch is acquiescing.
I mean, you have a 2-score lead, and you have 5:04 left, and you run the ball, and if you don't get it, they get the ball back at 4 minutes instead of 5 minutes and have to get scored twice. Have no idea why you would throw a pass in that situation.
The fact that it fell to the turf incomplete obviously
That was a
stops
break
that
because
clock.
there
That's
was
exactly
defenders
what-
around there. That could have been picked off
easily,
very easily, and now and run back for a touchdown, and now you're looking at a chance of tying it up. We have a long snap, and all night long snaps have been adventurous for both teams.
Morgan and Larson back for Parrish to receive this punt, and it's going to be a
Roll-out rugby kick.
little rugby kick, and Morgan's going to let that thing go wisely, and it would be drop dead there at the 20-yard line, and Parrish has got 4 minutes and 53 seconds to get 2 scores.
That's an effective kick there. You have doesn't have a real big leg, Hughes, but rolling out, kicking it away from the return man, gets no return, gets a 40-yard net. You can't do any better than that. It's a good job by the punter. And the snap was good.
That's
Excellent
worthy
snap.
of pointing out.
Worthy of pointing. Normally you take it for granted until you come to a game like tonight, and then you start realizing how valuable that is.
It's
That was
a
a very good
difference-making
snap.
play,
Yeah,
actually.
hey, if you don't have one, it's tough, man. I've been on some team, coached on some staffs where you're looking for a guy. You need to find a guy. It's hard, especially at a smaller school. When I was at Cardinal Mooney with Paul Meckley, that was always a question. We had to start developing one the year before, just so you could have one ready to go as a long snapper. It's a very important part of the game.
It's a good reason why they don't allow contact with the long snapper. And Parrish now in desperate need of yards
new quarterback
and chunks. And you talked about Wilkerson, and he hands that ball off. Nice carry, nice extra effort that time, but plays in bounds, flag down on the field. It's going to stop that clock. Let's see what we've got here. Usually it's going to be a
Area
hold.
holding in there usually, yeah. Unless there was a face mask on a tackle. And you got a Lakewood Ranch guy
And we've
down.
got ourselves a hold. Surprise, surprise, and
So I think Parrish, just last couple of minutes here, probably feeling they're not going to come back and win, and they want to get the young kid in there and get him some experience. And
well, like we said at practice earlier, when we saw Wilkerson throwing that ball,
He can spin it a
He could
little bit,
spin it. It wasn't bad. So I'm not so sure this is like waving the white flag here, because let's face it, Seymour, rough first start here tonight. He's only completed 3 passes in this ball game. Or is it 4? I don't want to sell him short. Regardless, it's not been one to write home about.
not a very productive passing game for Parrish tonight, no. And not just on him, on the whole operation. Receivers running routes or not running the right routes. One time they were blocking while the ball was thrown. So
This is just, an outside run to Gardner here. That does kind of reek of running the clock out a little bit here.
yeah, I think that's what they're doing here. Just
But
trying
with
to get some.
4:15 left, I just gotta believe you got to put that ball up. Hey, let's just see what Wilkerson has got.
And maybe Seymour just couldn't run over and get the plays anymore.
Well, he was limping throughout the
Yeah.
game too.
And
So
if you don't have another way to deal with it, another player that can run a play in there or a signal system.
And we've got another bull down on the field. It's been a hot day. And hey, let's not forget, this is August.
I'm shocked we had no cramps in the press box tonight with the amount of sweating we did up here with no air conditioning. I feel like I owe Daniel Bradshaw extra money for the sauna treatment we got tonight that we didn't know we were going to be getting.
I did mention that to Dan at halftime when I went down there and saw him. So we appreciate the press box accommodations, Dan. So don't get us wrong.
Now,
And they even said the AC worked, just 2 days ago. Just our luck that it didn't work today. So Gardner able to pop up after he gets stretched out there, and Not even really limping a whole lot afterwards, just a little bit.
I did get a text that the Palmetto player is okay. He was taken for precautionary reasons to the hospital.
Excellent. Regardless of which one it was, that's just good news.
It was Jock Harris.
And so now the time remaining in this ball game is 4:03 to go. 13-point lead for the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. And Parrish with 2 straight runs and bottled up inside their own 15-yard line. So unless they try something functionally different here, and they will let Wilkerson throw. And there it is. It's complete. And with one move, almost got it at least outside to stop that clock. But that was a nice little throw and a nice move after the catch to get some extra yards.
Yeah, you get a sophomore in there with no varsity experience. It's a good idea to get him in there. And, you know, we talked about it watching him at practice. You know, he's definitely an athletic quarterback. And if he's anything like his dad, he can run. I haven't seen Junior play, but if he's anything like his dad, he can definitely run. So,
well, good job by Coach McNair to kind of turn it loose a little bit there. I was surprised by those 2 runs.
And it was a safe throw. It was a good safe throw for a guy for his first play, you know, first passing play. I'd like to have seen that on first down. And
high snap again. And Wilkerson takes off. There's your run, and he slides down. A little contact there as he slides, but not enough to draw a flag, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about 3 yards to go. Clock inside 3 minutes now.
For some reason it stopped the clock. I don't know why the clock. Now it's moving now.
But Parrish has got no chance other than to go for this. And usually that's a smart decision by your quarterback to just get down. However, that does bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, and I'm not sure he would have gotten any more yards when he did get down. He's probably going to get tackled there, but
he might have got popped.
Yeah.
And he almost drew a foul. That contact was a little bit after the slide began. Here we go, 4th down for Parrish. Wilkerson, and he's going to take off and get dropped in the backfield, and Lakewood Ranch is going to take over. That seals the deal for the Mustangs here on the Bulls' home turf. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. 1st down and 10 with just over 2 minutes left to go in this ball game.
Looked like number 8 with the sack there for Lakewood Ranch, I believe. There were a couple of guys in there.
Students, this game will be over in 2
Harold McKeever.
Call your ride.
It's 2:09 left in the game here, and Lakewood Ranch should be able to just take a knee here. It doesn't look like they're going to do that based on formationally.
You got Eli Berry coming back in the game. Camarian Jones coming back. Everybody's back in there.
Parrish do have their timeouts.
I'm pretty sure they won't throw it again, though.
Well, they only have 1 timeout remaining, so. If you run one play, if Parrish uses his timeout, then you'll know you can.
And that time Eli Berry makes a man miss. Eli Berry to the right side.
And he got down.
Wisely slides down that time.
Staying in bounds. That was smart.
Somebody had a conversation with Eli on the sideline over there.
Yeah. And if Parrish is not going to stop it here with their timeout, you ought to just go take a knee.
And the clock does stop with, and there it goes again. It jumped from 151 to 147. And it's slowed down again. There's something
no reason
going on
to
with
risk
that clock.
No reason to risk handing it off or pitching it out.
I agree. We've seen too many times in this game. Twice, Lakewood Ranch almost giving momentum and the ball back to Parrish.
Or a shotgun snap over the quarterback's head like we saw earlier.
Good job burning the clock all the way down the play clock.
Yeah, just get under center and take a knee. Oh, there's a high snap.
And there's Berry. Berry cuts it back, slides down.
But it's 1st down, so it'll stop the clock for momentarily. They don't need to snap it anymore. They can just, other than knees, they can just take a knee and let it run out. Parrish is not going to stop the clock. They didn't use their timeout on any of those plays.
No, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, they're going into victory now.
We could see Camarian Jones going back there as a safety. So this should be a victory formation.
They're going to do victory from the gun. At least they have Camarian Jones back there in case he snaps it over his head.
That's smart.
Yeah. And they're letting the clock run down as far as they can. Now they'll go ahead and snap it.
That ought to tell you a little bit about the center exchange.
Take a knee, and that'll be it.
Because you don't often see victory from the gun.
No.
And
I guess some teams don't run center exchange at all, so that'll do it.
Well, so if the clock actually functions correctly, it does. Time seems to be standing still, like we're at the event horizon of a black hole or something. But anyway, that's going to do it here from Parrish Community High School. Opening week here on MSTV, and it's the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs that pull out a victory on the road, 27-14 over the Bulls. So congratulations to Scott Paravicini and his Mustangs as they take it on the road against their rivals, the Bulls. And Coach McNair got a few more things to iron out here for Parrish, but we'll see both of these teams later on down the road during the season.
We'll see Lakewood Ranch our next game in 2 weeks, taking on, I believe it's Braden River.
Is that who it was?
I believe it's Lakewood Ranch.
I know
Braden
I've
River.
seen it, but I just can't remember what
I know we got them in 2
was.
weeks. That's our next game in 2 weeks. On the we're off next week, so we'll see them in 2 weeks. We'll see how much better they've gotten and see how they do next 2 weeks, if they improve on make the corrections they needed to.
I think we all have improvement to do, including us.
And the air conditioning guy.
That's going to do it here from Parrish High School, from my partner Chris Conboy, for our producer and director Carl Shelton, all of the students that make this happen.
Our
Eric,
statistician, Eric Gill.
Eric Gill running the stats out here for us tonight. We appreciate that. So make sure you tune in. We'll be back in 2 weeks for the MSTV Game of the Week. And until then, enjoy your Friday high school football.